Smackdown Live. Now, before we get started, I want to say something about Raw. I did watch it, the majority of it. Not all of it, but almost all of it. And I've heard people talk about that Raw was actually really good. This actually was interesting. This is something. And I'm sure they're going to say the same thing for Smackdown. I'm going to say this to anyone who sees this video, whether they're a reviewer or they're not a reviewer. Do not fall for this again. We went through this before. 100% we went through this before when they did this, and when it comes down to it, we were disappointed in many ways. And I'm not talking about the shake-up in 2016. I'm just talking about when they said they're going to change things, they didn't. I'm telling you right now, 5 months. Wait 5 months before you make a final decision that the show is way better. Because really when it comes down to it, the first couple of episodes, when they're trying to make you interested to pull you in, they're going to show you something you normally don't see. It's about the duration. That's the issue. Everything I've seen here, it seems really good, but means nothing in the long run. And I'm saying this 100%. No matter what flashiness you see, if you don't have something in the long haul, it means nothing. So no matter what I've seen in this show, which I probably do like, and I do like, it means nothing. I'm not going to say this is a good show. I'm going to say this is a show that you must be skeptical for this show, for Raw, going for the next 5 months. Because in the end, if you actually believe this show is better, I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge. You just make sure you bring in the money, baby. So let's move on. Oh my gosh, I just said that. When it comes down to it, let's see about the Smackdown, which was, if you're going to go by way it looked like a good show. But I'm going to be honest here. This show obviously shows that it's not going to do well in the next couple of months. I just don't see it. You know why? I will tell you why. First thing is the opening between Shane McMahon, Roman Reigns, and Elias. I went 2 fingers instead of 3, but I like doing that. When it comes down to it, Roman Reigns is still being cheered at this moment. But it's a question of how they're going to push him from now on. He's not working with Dean Ambrose. He's not working with Seth Rollins. They're not on the same show. Dean is gone. He left the company as far as it's been shown. He's not booked right now. Seth Rollins is on Raw. So they're completely separated. So there's nothing there to protect him now. The question is going to be how they're going to book him from now on. He's now in a feud with Elias. Basically, Shane McMahon says, I want him to pay for what he did for my father. I'm calling out Roman Reigns. He calls out Roman Reigns. And I will say, no talking segment. Mic to the floor for Roman Reigns. Mic to the floor for Shane McMahon. And then the fight starts from Elias. Because Shane McMahon's not going to get his hands dirtied at first. Dirtied. I hate being dyslexic. I always say the dumbest thing. He's not getting his hand dirty in the beginning. He's going to let someone do the heavy lifting for him. And it is Elias who's doing this. No one is helping. So now we know at the pay-per-view of Money in the Bank, Elias, and I know I skipped over the part where they beat the crap out of him. You don't really need to hear that. You can see some of it if I even got one shot of it. You can see Elias and Shane beat him up. But the key of this is you're going to have Roman Reigns go up against Elias at Money in the Bank. Now, what do you think is going to happen? If they really want to make things interesting, Roman cannot win. Roman has to get beaten at Money in the Bank. Roman just has to freaking lose. Rebuild him from the ground up. Yes, he's the big dog, but what happens when the big dog gets his teeth knocked out? How does he respond when he's a loser? Legitimately frustrated after coming back from leukemia. That would be the true story. Not about him just winning. It's about him losing and losing to really go to the bottom of the barrel and actually show some emotion instead of just letting him win. This is going to be a question what's going to happen in the next 4 to 5 months. Now let's move on. We have Finn Balor versus Sierra Omos. Andrade Sierra Omos with Zelina Vega at ringside. Oh. Nothing has changed. Nothing for Andrade Cien Almas and Finn Balor has changed. Now, many people will say that's great, particularly if it's the ring work. And I will say they have good ring chemistry. But this is not about the ring chemistry. What is Andrade Cien Almas been doing? Jobbing. Yes, he won on Raw, but now he just jobbed on Smackdown Live, which means nothing. Then you got Finn Balor. And I'm going to be honest here. Finn as Finn Balor is boring. If they pull out the demon once a month, then I'll be more interested. He needs to have the demon. Not once every 2 years or once a year. Once a month for the next year. To get people to understand that when he is really interested in showing everyone how damn good he is, he must pull out the demon. And I know people are going to say, dude, if you do that, he's going to be boring. Well, what is he doing now? He's gone the exact opposite. You can prime the people for the demon. Let him for the next year. Once a month, he shows the demon. And then in 2020, you scale it back. Once every 2 months for the demon. Or once every 3 months for the demon. Make it special. But you got to make people really be interested in the demon. Because as it stands now, I don't care about Finn. He's still the same Finn. So why do I care about this match? Finn wins. Because Zelina Vega messes up Sierra Almas. So what does this mean? Does that mean Zelina's going to break away and maybe go into the women's division? I don't know. Probably nothing. But this is what we got. Now, Kylie Sane versus Peyton Royce. And this was a sad match. Not because Peyton Royce can't wrestle. I'm going to get this out right now. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to say, I can't stand them. They are to go away heat. And that's about Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. I've always said they're both managers that should wrestle periodically. That's what they are. They should be annoying managers that periodically wrestles with the women's division. That is what they both should be. Peyton should be on Raw. Billie Kay should be on SmackDown, or vice versa. Once in a while, they wrestle. Let them join some guy or another woman. Doesn't make a difference. They need to be managers. And I'm not bashing them because they're women. I'm just saying they're not great wrestlers. But the point is, this was not about that. It's about the women's tag division. There is none. Zero. Because if you're going to make these women interesting, like you should have done with Sasha and Bayley, you shouldn't have individually them winning, jobbing. You see I'm angry about this. Look, I'm not a big lover of Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. I believe they're beautiful women. They're probably the most sweetest people you can meet. They're not 100% garbage in the ring, and they make good managers. But when it comes down to whether you like them or not, they are the tag champs. Why are you jobbing both of these women out? Billie Kay last week, Peyton Royce this week. Why job them? Why? Why would you job their asses out? If you want to make those titles mean something. But it shows the WWE didn't give a damn when they made those titles for Sasha and Bayley. They just shut them up. Then after WrestleMania, they stripped them of it. And now they stuck them on two women. You know they're more eye candy than anything else. They have ability in the ring to a certain extent. But the eye candy, that's all they are. So, Kylie Sane with that incredible insane elbow, it's in my face. Damn, that woman can do that move so freaking well for her size. I would not want to be on the other side of that. I'm sorry. As much as I would love to hug the woman and say I love you, that move will break even a man's sternum if it's done wrong. But in the end, the faces win. And then here's the most stupidest thing of the entire show. You now show Kylie Sane. You show, well, calm. You have Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose come out with their music. Then, and this is the stupidest thing, you have Paige having her new girls staring down her old girls of Absolution. And guess who comes out? Jinder Mahal with the Singh brothers. Why would you actually break up that moment? If you're going to try and build this up for Money in the Bank and make them mean something, why would you throw Jinder Mahal out there so quickly to take away any steam of trying to make it important? No, it's not about the promo segments between the two of Asuka and Kylie and having calm. It's going to come down to Paige talking for Kylie and for Asuka compared to Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, who talk for themselves. You could have had something. But the minute you try to build into it, you have Jinder freaking Mahal. And I've said this 2 to 3 years ago. I was never a big lover of Jinder Mahal. I just wanted mid-card talent to get an opportunity at the main title. And yes, he wasn't great at it. And I never said he was. I just wanted to see mid-card talent. Like EC3 is considered mid-card to undercard talent. If he had been thrown that damn title, I promise you he would have made it look good. In the form that he's in now. Of EC3, Ethan Carter III from Impact Wrestling. Instead of him being thrown for a damn table from Braun Strowman. I don't have that shot, but you get my point. But you see how this is not looking. The women mean nothing. Jinder Mahal comes out. When they cut to commercial, Jinder Mahal comes out. He's waiting for Chad Gable to have his match. Chad gets destroyed by Lawler Sullivan. The Singh brothers get destroyed by Lawler Sullivan. And then you see Jinder Mahal leaving the ring. I didn't get a shot at that, but you get my point. Lawler Sullivan is destroying everyone. And then, not only to destroy Chad Gable, the Singh brothers, R-Truth comes out and gets a really strong pop. This is the reason why I'm angry and how they're going to be booking R-Truth. You may not care that much about R-Truth. I understand it. You think he's over the hill. But he's still, and I'm sorry, he's still relevant because the crowd still cares about him. He was being cheered against Sullivan, and Sullivan destroyed him. Wouldn't it be interesting if they did something a little bit more substantial with R-Truth? It's not the point if you like the guy or not. He's getting a good face reaction, more than most on that show. Do something with him. But that's just me. Now, Charlotte, Becky, Bayley. I didn't really care that much about Charlotte's promo. It felt really, really generic. Basically saying, you did not beat me at WrestleMania. You beat Ronda Rousey. Come out here and tell me, how do you think you're better than anyone, better than me, just because you beat Ronda Rousey? I'm the one that didn't get beat. Becky comes out. And it really became to a shouting match. It really became like two kids having a shouting match. And that shouldn't have happened. That should have not happened. Anybody like this segment? More power to you. But Charlotte shouldn't have been trying to talk over Becky. She should, at first, yes. At least a couple of bits. But throughout most of that, she was talking over so much. It was stupid. This is the reason why I say, and I'm not a huge Tessa Blanchard fan. I'm just not. But Tessa Blanchard comes over as someone more credible than Charlotte, who has 8 title reigns, compared to Tessa Blanchard, who has 1 title reign from Impact Wrestling. She just is better at this moment. She is. And then you have Bayley come out. And the thing is, when it came down to it, that segment was actually good between Bayley and Charlotte. Bayley pretty much saying, get behind me. I have a better shot getting at the title because guess who just shouted me out? And it was Becky who shouted out because of Charlotte. I don't want to face you anymore, Charlotte. I want to face Ember Moon. I want to face Bayley. I want to face Kairi Sane. And like I said, she said, and this is Bayley, thanks for the shout out, Becky. I want to go up against you. And pretty much Charlotte saying, get behind me. Get to the back of the line. Get behind me. And the thing that got me angry was not that it was boring. It was actually good. It was that they went to commercial right at the moment where they're getting ready to start getting it into a match because it's now going Charlotte, versus Bayley for a shot at the title, Smackdown title. But guess what? Instead of calling a ref into the ring, they could have set it up more better. They instantly cut the commercial, and it was so awkward. And during that match, there were a couple of moments where they cut the commercial. I don't know who was the one who was doing that. It was dumb. It was dumb how badly they were budgeting their time when it came to setting up the commercial. And then the botchiness showed on Charlotte. I don't care what anybody says. They're saying she's one of the best wrestlers there. She is not. Bayley carried that freaking match. I'm sorry, she did. If I can get the shot of her doing that forward flip over to the ring ropes, it is so bad, so botchy, so sloppy, screaming, ah! And she's probably in my face if I can find that picture. It is so, I wish she stopped doing her dad's moves because she's so bad at it. I want to see the first Charlotte, not a rehash of Ric Flair. Because that's what I got. And a very bad quality one at that. In the end, I didn't expect Bayley to win because she's still tasting, I'm sorry for the language, tasting shit and liking the taste of it. Because of what all the talk about her showing disrespect to the WWE and complaining about losing the tag titles. She's pretty much being treated badly by the WWE. She should have gotten this title match. Something that would actually be interesting. Sasha is not there. Bayley is there. Bayley versus Becky. I want to see that for the damn title, but nope. Charlotte again. I'm bored. I don't want to see a heel versus face. I'd rather see a face versus face. This time around, going to Money in the Bank. Let's move on. Oh no, I almost forgot. Now, Becky is going to be defending both the SmackDown and Raw tag. No, I'm saying tag team. Pretty much it's like a tag team bout. She's doing double work. She's doing Raw and SmackDown at the pay-per-view. She will be defending both titles. I don't know how to feel about that. Bray Wyatt. Now, I saw that segment of Bray Wyatt on Raw. And I have to admit, I wasn't sure how to feel about it. Not because it was bad. And I know a lot of people loved it. Or people hated it. It's not the problem with me. I'm not saying I hated it. It's not about hating or loving what they just showed. It's about it being a copy of what happened to Matt Hardy when he was doing the broken Matt Hardy gimmick. Being the broken one of Matt Hardy. The broken, I forgot what it is. The broken brilliance. There you go. It makes me think of that. And like I said in the beginning of this video, we need 5 months. 5 to know if this is going to go anywhere. Because we've had this with Matt Hardy where he did the most greatest promos we've seen in years on Raw. The best promos we've seen. And where did it get him? Nowhere. Because Vince or someone in the back didn't care at all to push it. After they finally got things settled with Impact Wrestling, and this is the Hardys, to be able to use the broken gimmick of Brother Nero and broken Matt Hardy, the WWE does nothing with them, especially that it's red hot still at that time. Now it's a joke in WWE. If they leave the company, they could probably rebuild it. Here, it's garbage. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with Bray Wyatt. I'm waiting for the next 5 months. And oh, JoJo is pregnant. I didn't realize it. Congratulations, Bray. You got the woman you love pregnant. Hopefully it's going to be a good life with her. Unless it's not Bray Wyatt's kid. I think it is. Let's move on to, what else we have here? Am I forgetting anything? Nope. The end of the show. And that is, it has begun. As I said, when it comes to Kevin Owens, I don't care a damn if he doesn't turn heel, tricking New Day and getting an advantage. And that's exactly what we got. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kofi Kingston, I think for the first time one-on-one. I was very concerned about Kofi doing these tag team matches, that they had no interest doing it. But now, after actually a pretty good match with Shinsuke Nakamura, it wasn't perfect, but it was good. You got at the very end Rusev DQing the thing because you got Kofi about to beat Shinsuke. Then you got Kevin Owens coming in helping him, and I'm talking about Kofi Kingston. Xavier Woods coming in helping Kofi Kingston. Kofi gets knocked out. Kevin Owens almost gets hit in the face by a, not Rusev, but Shinsuke Nakamura. And then he gets kicked by a Kevin Owens. Finally, it's begun. Kevin Owens turns heel. He beats the very crap out of a Kofi Kingston. And the best thing that I wish they went a little bit further with was when it was near the end of the fight. And you got Xavier Woods being grabbed by Kevin Owens and then pop-up powerbombed onto the ring skirt. I'll see if I can get that picture and see him getting his back smashed into the ring skirt. Which, understand, if no one knows what that thing's made out of, it's made out of solid steel. Rolled steel. It's very hard. It can actually hurt your back if it's done wrong. But in this situation, it was done right. Xavier Woods will be okay. But now he should be out of the picture. And this is what we needed for Kofi. He has to have a reason to care and to really rise even beyond what he is now. He's good in New Day. He's good as that group. But now you got Kofi on a different level where he must be by himself. Even if it's only for a couple of months before he has to drop the title to somebody. We need to see Kofi Kingston have a real title defense by himself. And raised in what happened to somebody who considers like family. In an Xavier Woods. This is what we needed. And this is what we got. Did I enjoy this SmackDown Live? I'm not going to tell you yes or no. As I said, this only works if they have it built for the long run. Because they've done this before. They've given us new things. Saying that in the beginning of the year, they said they're going to change everything. Everything's going to be great. And nothing changed. And now you see they got the superstar shakeup. And once again, we're getting new things. But until we see differences, Finn Balor maybe using the demon maybe once a month, which could show something. Andrade see him almost stop losing. We need to see more. Like the Iconics, who I'm not interested in, are supposed to defend the tag titles. Give them to somebody or them and then build them properly instead of making them look like nothing. Bayley should have been treated better. And now we get this. A Kofi Kingston. Well, I almost forgot Bray Wyatt, but I don't know how to feel about Bray. You got 5 months away. But you get my point. But let's just hope this all works out. In 5 months, hopefully, if I don't forget this, I will tell you that this has worked out or we've been tricked again. Well, the ones who believed it got tricked again and got nothing. I'm not getting tricked anymore. I wait and see that things work. But this is just my point of view. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace!